If you're trying to lose weight, skipping breakfast may seem like a sensible thing to do. If you're not hungry, should you force yourself to eat? If you spend your first couple of hours of the day in a whirlwind of activity with children and domestic chores, is it important to make time for breakfast for you? Do you wake in a daze and find getting dressed and getting to work about as much as you can cope with in the mornings? Is it really necessary to stop and eat breakfast? When you look at blog articles and watch videos, one of the first things that is often suggested is that it's important to eat breakfast. But the people telling you this very rarely produce any actual evidence that it actually works. I want to look at the research rather than pontificate on what I think. That makes sense, doesn't it? The UK NHS is convinced that you should eat breakfast. So quoting them, skipping breakfast will not help you lose weight. You could miss out on essential nutrients, and you may end up snacking more throughout the day because you feel hungry. And the American Psychological Association says that skipping breakfast can slow the metabolism and make you susceptible to binge eating. We don't want that, do we? Links to all the research are in the video description. The British Heart Foundation is not so certain. It says, and again I'm quoting them, there's some evidence that eating breakfast is linked to a lower risk of obesity, supporting the theory that it's better to eat earlier than later, but this is not conclusive. But some research published in the medical journal, the BMJ, reviewed a lot of different research. The team found that there was evidence that people who ate breakfast tended to eat around 260 more calories per day than those who did not eat breakfast. This, of course, will lead to weight gain or make it more difficult to lose weight. Importantly, the researchers said that there was no evidence that eating breakfast resulted in improvements to metabolism. This is often given as one of the most important benefits of eating breakfast, to quick start your metabolism, that sort of thing. The Mayo Clinic sums up all the research like this. Some research suggests that regularly eating a healthy breakfast may help you lose excess weight and maintain your weight loss. But other research suggests that skipping breakfast may not be bad for you and may also help with weight control. More research is needed to understand the connection between breakfast eating habits and weight control. So I think I can say that the results aren't conclusive one way or the other. Now I want to throw another idea into all this. There is evidence that time-limited eating can help you lose weight. This means that you don't eat for at least 12 hours in the day, usually overnight. Some researchers have estimated that you can lose 500 calories a day without a lot of effort doing this. So how does this help when thinking about eating breakfast? If you eat breakfast at, say, 7 a.m, you need to finish eating in the evening by 7 p.m. at the latest. If you don't eat breakfast, it would mean that you can go on eating much later in the evening. Ideally, you don't want to be eating late into the evening, as this can affect your metabolism. Late-night munches are not good for your metabolic health. But if you find it impossible not to eat late into the evening, then delaying or even omitting breakfast could help you achieve the 12-hour gap. This benefits your blood sugar control and means you're likely to eat fewer calories too. So what should you be doing? Find what works for you. Do you eat more if you skip breakfast? Do you eat less healthily later in the day if you skip breakfast? Do you find having breakfast sets you up for the day and reduces cravings? Should you eat breakfast to lose weight? There's not one correct answer to this question about eating breakfast to lose weight. As with many other things, it may vary from person to person. Don't forget, the links to all the research are in the video description. Be the scientist in your life. Find out what works for you.